Hello, Capricorn, Capricorn Rising, and Capricorn Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting July 31st, 2017. A quick reminder for everyone, at the end of this weekend, Sunday going into Monday, I'm going to be putting some fun little tidbits up for those of you who have the Tarot Home Study course. I'm going to be adding some things, little spreads, little helpful tidbits for those of you to continue your tarot education, and I may just keep doing that even going into the future. I'll always announce it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can always follow the links below or go to integrativemysticism.com, and that's also where you can get the Tarot Home Study course. So let's get started. What's going on with your astrology this week, Capricorn? Well, on Sunday, going into Monday, we do have Venus in your 6th house of work, reputation, your physical health, your schedule, forming a lovely connection to Uranus, a very helpful sextile to Uranus in your 4th house of home and family. And there seems to be some kind of breakthrough when it comes to you actually fixing a bond or changing your reputation, or maybe even just changing how you and a relative get to know each other, while also bringing in, some extra opportunity to maybe even take work home with you, or maybe even do some kind of work for yourself that's, or find a way to save some money on the home front when it comes to cutting out something unnecessary, or again, taking on more of a DIY opportunity or DIY project. However, Venus is also going to be forming a difficult square to, excuse me, to Chiron. To Chiron, currently in your 3rd house of communications, pacts, and promises. And it looks like whatever this breakthrough is may actually cause you to need to reconsider how necessary a collaborator really is. And this can be a tough thing to deal with, Capricorn. Sometimes we have somebody that's either we're paying them, they're in our employ, or maybe it's even a situation where we are very reliant on somebody's services, and then suddenly we aren't anymore. But if this person is very close to us, we're going to have to handle this with a little bit of grace and care, because there could be a situation going on where there could be some rumbles if we, if we decide to just, be careless in how we actually detach ourselves from whatever this expense or this continuation has been. Overnight, Thursday, Friday, we do have Jupiter in your 10th house of career, forming a tense square to Pluto, currently retrograde in your sign, and we have a wonderful boost to your career prowess. This could actually be a promotional opportunity, whether we're promoting you, a product or a service that you do, or perhaps even having the role that you play at the job suddenly become more prestigious, or maybe even get paid just for doing the same damn thing. However, the square does indicate with Pluto retrograde that it is going to create an issue when it comes to handling something that's also going to be brought up from the past. There's something about this getting bigger, or you getting bigger, bringing more attention to a past issue, either related to this job or related to this career, that needs to be ironed out and needs to be fixed before we can move forward. Luckily, this is an opportunity for a clean slate. You can have your cake and eat it too. Just be prepared to handle that, and just confront it when the time comes if you want this opportunity. So what's going on with your cards this week? Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Sow. A little cutesy poo for my, which is okay. This is actually, it's alright. I like this deck a lot. And when it comes to the Sow, this card, talks a lot about a need to pay attention to, how are we keeping the generous fed? How are we keeping the generous going? We all have very generous people, very generous opportunities, very generous, everything in our lives. We all have that person who's just extremely generous, the giver. And when we talk about the Sow, it's talking about, okay, well, the health of the giver dictates the health of who they're giving to, but also what they're giving out. And sometimes we gotta pay attention this week. You may actually need to step up for the givers, or even for yourself if you are the giver. There are sometimes families that lean on one thing, and lean on one person, whether it's, the mother or the father, and they've got to be and they're the only ones, and even the other parent can't do as much as them. Or, maybe if it's even one of the kids, or it's a workforce group, or a spiritual group, check on the health of the leader this week, or maintain the health of the leader. Even if you are the leader yourself, you know, check in every once in a while. You know, sometimes people get into a really comfortable rut being on the take and being taken care of. Sometimes that attitude, unchecked though, will kill the golden goose. And that's not what we want. Okay? So it's important for you to be the observant Capricorn you are and pay attention, you know. It may not even be you who has the problem, but you may stick up for somebody that you know deserves more credit, more energy, and more nourishment. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we do have the Six of Wands upright. This is a card of victory and acclaim coming your way, alright? And for those of you who are currently looking for new work, the Six of Wands upright, I do feel is actually somebody perhaps actually reaching out to you or seeking you out. Now this could be a headhunter kind of opportunity. This is actually working on a reputation that you already have, or somebody perhaps even seeing you in action. That's the vibe I'm getting from this card. In fact, the Six of Wands upright, somebody is going to actually see you in action, or actually personally handle a good or a service that you provide. And from this, you know, seemingly small, benign, you know, everyday encounter, could erupt an opportunity again to bolster yourself and your own, you know, your own prowess when it comes to your work. So this week, you want to be available for that. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, the others in your life, we've got the Nine of Wands reversed. And it looks like somebody who was not ready to talk is ready to talk. With the Nine of Wands reversed, we tend to see people, you know, who have put up their defenses for whatever reasons. You know, sometimes they're perfectly valid, sometimes they've just been hurt and their defenses go up as a reflex. The Nine of Wands reversed is indicating this person, if you feel like they've shut you out, or they've shut out the friend group, or they've shut out the family, or whatever, that door is starting to actually creak open. And if there has even been issues of silent treatment between you and this person, the nice thing to know is the Nine of Wands reversed is coming to open that line of communication back up. But to build on that, behind that is also going to be the reason that this had to happen. And no, it's not what you think. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Page of Cups upright. Okay, so, generosity. Not necessarily a huge challenge for Capricorn people, unless you're like a bitter person stalking a Capricorn, you might get mad if I say that. But you know, I don't normally see Capricorns as like challenged when it comes to generosity. I look at this card though, and I'm kind of wondering, okay, would your challenge be in this situation being forward when it comes to giving back? Or again, just giving in general with, again, you know, it's hard for us sometimes to pay attention to the good kid, or the hard-working, you know, the hard worker who keeps their head down, or the kid who gets the straight A's, you know, because what happens in our life? Well, it's always the problem people that get all the attention. It's the problem, you know, it's the ones who need saving. And I'm getting from this card, in addition to that Sow energy and all of that, it's kind of saying, okay, where can you actually keep the good kid from quitting? You know, because there's a reason good kids quit, and it's that kind of thing. The Page of Cups upright can also indicate here a need to actually, you know, find out where you may need to correct somebody's misconception about your opinion of them. Somebody might think you don't actually like them, and the truth is you actually think they're pretty cool. And you may actually need to find that out, and you will, so don't worry. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Ace of Cups reversed. And with the Ace of Cups reversed, I do see here that there may actually be some kind of issue going on where a partner is holding back a complaint. I'm feeling somebody holding back some kind of disappointment, some offense that maybe we did on accident. It does need to come out. It's perfectly harmless. The reason they're holding it back is because this is not fight-worthy. I think they're trying to get over it before, you know, before we actually, you know, before we worry too much. But the Ace of Cups reversed does indicate a need to pay attention. Well, shouldn't we be able to have that open, honest communication between the two of us? And the same thing could go with a crush. you know, or somebody that we've been dating. You know, the Ace of Cups reverse can indicate somebody censoring themselves too much. They're afraid to bring negativity into the situation. They're afraid to turn you off by saying where something bothered them or rubbed them the wrong way. But we all know the most stable and comfortable couples are okay with talking like that. So this might be an opportunity for a bit of a breakthrough, and that is going to be opening up this week. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.